Hi there, and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we'll be learning simple equations, simple equations. And under simple equations, we'll be learning about solving simple equations from word problems. Word problems, very interesting, okay? And as the lesson progresses, anything you don't understand, be sure to get across to your tutor, who would be more than happy to help. And yes, let's jump right into the lesson. So, simple equations from word problems. Now, what exactly are word problems? Word problems, one of my personal favorites. Okay, so word problems, very interesting. And the reason for this, we have that we often use simple equations to solve real problems. Okay, real problems from everyday situations. Okay, and these problems are called word problems, basically. Now, a good example of a word problem, basically, we have Kyle thought of a number and multiply that number by 5. He then added 15 to this number and to the number, and the result was 100. Okay, and we've been asked to find what number he thought of, basically. So Kyle, this young man Kyle, thought of a number, and then he multiplied that number by 5. Okay, and then he added 15, and his result was 100. What number did he think of? Now, to solve this question, we need to form a simple equation from this word problem. And the way we go about this, okay, is the first thing we do is we identify and label our unknown, okay? And in this case, we're looking for a number, the number that Kyle thought of. So our unknown in this case is, we label this x, okay? The number that Kyle thought of, we're going to call this x, okay? That is our unknown, okay? And this is the unknown that we're going to solve for using our simple equation. Now, after identifying our unknown, we need to understand exactly what our unknown is doing in the question, in the word problem. Okay, so first we have that the number was multiplied by 5. We need to express the information in the question in algebraic form. So we have our number x, our unknown, and we've been told that our unknown was multiplied by 5. So we have x times 5 equals 5x. Okay, and then the next bit of information, we have 15 was added to the number. Okay, so we have 5x plus 15. So we have, well, first of all, multiplied by 5, and then we added 15 to it. So at this point, we have 5x plus 15. And then finally, we have that the result of all of this was 100. So 5x plus 15 equals 100. And look at it, we have a simple equation. And using this simple equation, we can actually solve for the unknown. We can find out exactly what number Kyle thought of, i.e. solve for x. So the next bit is we're just going to quite simply solve the equation. So we have 5x plus 15 equals 100. We move 15 over to the right, and we have 5x equals 100 minus 15. 100 minus 15 is 85. Okay, so 5x equals 85. And now we're going to divide both sides by 5. And we have x as 17. So yes, the number that Kyle thought of, okay, our unknown, is 17. And when you multiply 17 by 5 and then add 15 to the result, you would most definitely end up with 100. So that's it. Very simple. That's how we solve word problems. That's how we solve word problems using simple equations. Okay. Basically, you identify the unknown. The unknown is exactly what you're looking for. In this case, we're looking for the number that Kyle thought of. Okay. And then from the information, the question, you get information like you multiply that unknown by 5. You added 15 to it. You result 100. You need to translate that information and express it in algebraic form. Okay, and when you do that, you would end up with an equation. And from that point on, you just solve that equation to get your unknown. Now let's go ahead and do some examples. We have example 1. And we have Jake and Chloe share $21 such that Chloe gets twice as much as Jake. Okay, calculate Jake's share. Okay, so now we have Jake and Chloe. And basically we've been told that they share $21, and we're looking to find Jake's share. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to identify our unknown. Now, our unknown in this case, quite clearly, is Jake's share. Okay, we're going to label that J. Okay, now there is another unknown at play. It's not the unknown we're looking for, but something in the question that we don't know. Okay, and we actually don't know what Chloe's share is. We know that Chloe's share is twice as much as Jake, but we don't know what Chloe's share is. So we're going to label Chloe's share as well. We're going to call Chloe's share C. Okay, now let's go ahead and break down the information in the question. Okay, so we have our unknown J, we have Chloe's share C, and the first bit we have that they shared $21, i.e. The sum of their shares, Jake's share plus Chloe's share would equal $21. So J plus C equals $21. Okay, now next bit of information is we have that Chloe gets twice as much as Jake. And what that means is you have that Chloe's share is 2 times Jake's share. Okay, so C equals 2 times J equals 2J. Okay, and now since J plus C equals 21 and C equals 2J, okay, we can write where we have C, we can put 2J, and we have that J plus 2J equals 21. And there we have it, we have an equation, okay? And now we'll just go ahead and solve that equation. We have J plus 2J equals 21, okay? And J plus 2J equals 21. We add them up together, we have 3J equals 21, okay? And we have J as 7. So Jake's share was $7, okay? And Chloe's share was twice that of Jake. So if you're looking to find Chloe's share, you just multiply Jake's share by 2, and you have that Chloe's share is $14, okay? And if you add 14 and 7 together, what do you have? You most definitely have $21. And yeah, that's it. Very simple. Let's do another example. Example 2. And example 2, we have a triangle is such that the first side is twice as long as the second side. Okay? Okay, so we have this triangle, and the first side is twice as long as the second side. Now, the third side of the triangle is 4 centimeters long. If the perimeter of the triangle is 13 cm, find the length of the second side. Okay, now we have this triangle. Obviously, a triangle has 3 sides, and basically, the first side is 2 times longer than the second side. So it's twice as long as the second side. And then the third side is 4 centimeters long. So the second side is something, the first side is 2 times the length of the second side. And the third side is 4 centimeters long. Now, the perimeter of the triangle, i.e. when you add all 3 sides together, to get the perimeter of a triangle, you add all the sides together, is 13 cm. And with that information, we've been asked to find the length of the second side. Now, to do this, the first thing we want to do is we want to identify our unknown. Our unknown in this case quite clearly is the length of the second side. And we're going to call that S. Okay? And just like in the last question, we actually do have another unknown. It's not the unknown we're looking for, but we have another unknown. We don't know exactly what the first side is. We just know that the first side is twice the second side. Okay? So we're going to call the length of the first side F. Okay? And then we have the length of the third side is T. And in this case, we've already been told that T is 4 centimeters long. Okay, so F for first side, S for second side, and T for third side. Okay, now the first side is twice as long as the second side, and what that means is we have that F equals 2 times S, so F is 2S. The third side is 4 centimeters long, we have F equals 4. Or T equals 4, not F. So T equals 4. And finally, we have that the sum of all 3 sides, i.e. the perimeter of the triangle is 13 centimeters. So we have F plus S plus T equals 13. Okay, so F plus S plus T equals 13. And basically, just bringing all the information we have that F is 2S. Okay, and we have that T is 4. So 2S plus S plus 4 equals 13, and there we have our equation. Okay, we have a single variable and we're looking to solve for that single variable. A single variable in this case, a single unknown, is S, and basically we have 2S plus S plus 4 equals 13. When you add the 2S and S together, we have 3S. So 3S plus 4 equals 13. And we'll bring 4 over to the right, becomes minus 4. So 3S equals 13 minus 4. 3S equals 9. Divide both sides by 3. And you have that S equals 3. Simple. Straightforward. Now, final example, example 3. Okay, now this one is very interesting. Okay, we have the find two consecutive numbers such that 5 times the smaller number plus 3 times the greater number makes 59. Now, consecutive numbers are basically if you're counting, let's say you're counting from 1 to 10. Consecutive numbers, any two numbers that follow. Okay, so 2 and 3 are consecutive numbers. Okay, 4 and 5 are consecutive numbers. So two numbers that follow when you're counting them. Okay, and basically we have two consecutive numbers here. Okay, such that 5 times the smaller number, so let's say 2 and 3, 5 times the smaller number would plus 3 times the greater number would give you 59. Okay, so two consecutive, not 2 and 3, basically just any two consecutive numbers. We don't know what they are for now. Okay, and that's exactly what we're looking to find out. We're looking to find out the two consecutive numbers such that 5 times the smaller number plus 3 times the greater number would make 59. Now, the unknown is the smaller number. Okay, we're going to go with the smaller number. Okay, the smaller number we're going to call x. Okay, and then if you have two consecutive numbers, let's say you have 2 and 3. Okay, if one number is x, the second number would be x plus 1. Two consecutive numbers, the second number is always 1 greater than the first one. Okay, so if you have two consecutive numbers and the smaller number is x, the greater number would be x plus 1. Now, we're going to dissect the information we have in the question, and we're going to express that in algebraic form. And then we have two consecutive numbers such that 5 times the smaller number. So we have 5 times the smaller number, that's 5 times x equals 5x, plus 3 times the greater number. So 3 times the greater number is 3 times x plus 1, which is 3x plus 1. Okay, and the sum of the two equals 59. So we have 5x plus 3x plus 1 equals 59. And then we have it. We have our equation. Okay, so we have our equation there. And now we're just going to go ahead and solve said equation. So we have 5x plus 3x plus 1 equals 59. And then what we have is we expand, we open what we have there. So we have 3x plus 3. Okay, and then we have 8x. 5x plus 3x is 8x plus 3 equals 59. We move 3 over to the right. We have 8x equals 59 minus 3. 8x is 56. We divide both sides by 8. And we have that x equals 7. Okay, so and if x equals 7, we're looking for the second consecutive number. You just add 1 to that number. And our two numbers are actually 7 and 8. Okay, so 7 and 8. And basically 5 times the smaller number, 35, okay, plus 3 times the greater number, 24. When you add two of them together, 35 plus 24 would most definitely give you 59. So our two numbers are 7x and x plus 1, 7 plus 1, 8. Okay, and then yeah, that would bring us to the end of this very simple, very interesting lesson. You can go ahead now and attempt questions on the worksheet. Bye for now.